I always felt like something was missing. I felt like I was mostly living off of my parents' faith rather than having my own. And so my sophomore year of high school, I started this relationship that ended up leading me to make pretty bad decisions that left me in shame, just being mad at myself. I started attending Elevation back in 2011, but in June 2014, Pastor Steven preached a sermon series called Death to Selfie. The week 2 sermon title was called Starving Sons. Jacob was cooking a bowl of food. Esau just came in from hunting. Esau, being the firstborn son, gave up his birthright for the bowl of food because he was so starving. And so in that moment, I felt like I was in Esau's shoes. I gave up what I wanted, most importantly, for something that I just wanted in that moment. I gave up something that I wanted long term for something that I just wanted momentarily. At the end of the sermon, Pastor Steven was preaching from Romans 8:29, saying that Jesus was the firstborn that didn't give up his birthright. And so when he died on the cross, his birthright was able to transfer into my life. And that was the moment that I decided to give my life to Christ, because I no longer felt like I had to carry the shame or regret that I was carrying months and months before. Directly after, I started leading an egroup at Elevation Gaston for high school guys, started a youth team, and now I get to say that I'm the youth director at Elevation Gaston. My hope and really my goal for what I do is just to help youth not make the same bad decisions that I did to ultimately affect their birthright. I do believe that Death to Duets is the perfect reinstallment of what God spoke to our church in 2014 through Death to Selfie. And 7 years later, I know that there are youth around the world that have been greatly impacted by these messages. Specifically at our Gaston campus, we had 10 youth make the great decision to join an egroup. And the best decision that you could ever make, we had 2 youth give their life to Christ. There's a revival happening in Elevation Gaston because of this series, and I am so honored that I get to be in the midst of it.